Okay, so the other day, my mom asked me, are the dishes washed? I said, Katy Perry. My mom cried, she smiled, she hugged me because she knew the dishes were washed.
Tacos.
As you know, Katy Perry's new tour started, the Lifetimes tour. All 5 Katy Perry stans on the planet right now. We're very, very excited, and recently it has been going viral for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. Let's check out a clip, shall we? Girl, what is happening here? Why is she doing a Club Penguin emote? Why is she dancing like the Ginyu squad from Dragon Ball Z? Why is her version of twerking just going from foot to foot like a quarterback? There's so much going on in this clip. Let's talk about the shitty death drop. What is that? Everything about this clip is bonkers. It's honestly camp in a way that I can't explain it. She's low-key the queen of camp. Recently, the queen of camp has become the queen of cringe, but in a roundabout way, I sort of enjoy it. But at the end of the day, we do know that this is not good. I fear that she is in her Enigma era. This makes Witness era look like the Prism era. That's how bad she has fallen off, and it is such a shame. Truly, Katy Perry fans are in the trenches right now. They are deep in the war. They are the Germans in World War I. They are struggling. It is almost impressive how she has managed to piss away like all the goodwill she had a year ago. Because a year ago when she announced that she was coming back with a new album, I was amongst the many people who was genuinely rooting for her. And even now I'm still rooting for her, but I'll get into that in a bit. But seriously, this is like a monumental fall off. As soon as she announced that she was working with Dr. Luke, like literally atomic bomb worth level of just like a nuke. Just a nuke. She dropped a nuke on the Katy Perry community because like everyone was like, you cannot work with this man. It destroyed so much goodwill. And then the fact that it was for like a woman empowerment song, I'm not gonna get into the whole spiel because we've talked about it hundreds of times. Everyone has talked about it. It was a stupid decision. It was a bad decision on every front possible. Genuinely, I don't know what was going through her mind. I don't know what was going through her team's mind, but let's move on. Let's talk about the actual tour clips we're seeing now. She is in her Enigma era, I fear. Even the wig, down to the wig. Absolute cinema. What can I say? I wanted to talk about this part of the tour specifically. Because copyright. AI. I'm sorry. I just had to. Why? What on God's green earth, bruh? What made her think this was a good idea? How out of touch is this lady? AI on the visuals for your tour?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm not gonna go into a rant about AI, okay? It's slop. It's pure slop. We know it. You know it. I know it. Your dog knows it. Your mom's dog knows it. AI sucks. Point blank, period. We're not gonna talk about AI sucking. We're gonna talk about how shit it is in this context though. Like, are you serious? And I've been seeing, you know, some of the Katy Perry fans say shit like, oh, but it's for the song Artificial. That's the point. It's supposed to be shit. Bro, Artificial is actually one of the only songs on 143 that I liked. I liked I'm His, He's Mine, and I liked Artificial. But when I envision that song, when I envision like visuals to that song, I'm envisioning something more like this. literally from the very same tour. These visuals are much more fitting for the song. You could have done literally anything else. In the images that she's presenting on the screen with the AI is like stuff she could have just fucking done herself. Get a crowd in Times Square, film them. A fucking deer, go film the deer. I don't know. You could have actually made visuals, put a little more effort into it. You know, she's fighting robots and technology. That's like the theme of the tour. So why not have like yourself fighting an android version of yourself or something? That would be so peak. You're fighting technology by using the technology? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. That would be like making a commentary on how humans are affecting the environment by burning down a rainforest. Like, girl, you didn't say shit with that. You really didn't. It's just more ironic than everything, especially considering the whole album itself sounds AI generated. Lyrical wise, production wise, everything about it, it's like no maturity either, no growth. No artistic growth is a huge factor in it, I also think. Because when she announced a comeback, I was hoping to Christ we would be getting something a little new from her. That's what's missing from Katy Perry. It's the fact that there is no artistic experimentation, just nothing new, unique, original. She's been redoing the same aesthetics her whole career now. That like cutesy, cartoony camp shit was fun 10 years ago. It's not fun anymore. You know, after the Super Bowl, I really think she should have dropped all those vibes, because truthfully, like it's kind of childish and not in a good way. I can appreciate production quality of play, but I just can't get over like the poop in the toilet bit. I don't care how well executed it is. It's not good. I don't care what people say. That is shite, no pun intended. Get that shit out of my face. I don't want to see that on the stage. I want to see something a little more mature, because we've been doing this for years, Katy. Have some artistic growth. You should be trying to market your music towards the adult fans you have, the adults who have grown up with your music. You need to have artistic growth. That is so important. You cannot just be doing the same shite over and over again as a pop artist. That's a huge reason why a lot of pop artists don't have the longevity. Hey y'all, can I just say I keep mispronouncing longevity? I keep saying longetivity. I've never heard anyone say that word in real life. I've only ever read it, so I had no idea it was pronounced that way. Anyways, compared to some artists who have stayed for decades because they keep reinventing themselves, because they grow with their music. I don't think there's anything wrong with like having the same kind of sound, you know, having a similar aesthetic throughout your career, but you gotta be doing something different. The music has to be at least good. And like in Katy's case, 143 didn't feel like any growth whatsoever. It felt like regression. It felt like a worse version of her early works. Like she didn't really understand what made her early works click. There's just so much wrong with it. I could make a whole video on why 143 is so bad. I had a reaction video to it and I scrapped it. It was edited too. I spent all that time editing it and then I just was like, damn, nobody cares. Nobody cares about 143. I don't know how you have a generational run and then have probably one of the worst runs. Oof. And it's just disappointing because she's not a bad performer. I think she's actually quite good. She generally has good vocals, in my opinion, and the production and theatrics are usually like the perfect amount. Like she never skimps out, you know, she knows what her strengths are and she brings good performances to the table. What can I say? Her Super Bowl was like top 5 and she is not like a great dancer or anything. So it's like, what is she doing now? How did she drop the ball this hard? She was performing really well, like just at the VMAs last year. Her VMA Vanguard or whatever performance was actually pretty dang good. Not gonna lie. It was kind of peak. It's like, damn, girl, you can do better. You can do better, Katy. Please prove the haters wrong. I want her to win. You know what's funny is the fact that she's like, I don't see her as a bad person. I know. She's done some pretty weird shit, questionable shite. But at the same time, I don't see her as a bad person. I don't know, like I still want to root for her because to me, she doesn't strike me as a bad person. She just strikes me as someone who is horribly out of touch more than anything. Genuinely, I don't get rancid vibes from her. I get the vibes of someone who just really wants to recapture their old glory and they just can't, and they can't seem to understand why. I feel like she just does not understand anything about how to structure her comeback at all. Just dropping the ball multiple times to the point where there's conspiracy theories about her getting sabotaged by her team, which I wouldn't even be shocked. I feel like there's like an old veteran little monster from like 2013 who was there for the Roar versus Applause wars, which I was there, okay? I was on the side of Applause. But I feel like they somehow managed to slither their way into her team and they're just like getting revenge for art pop or something. This is ridiculous. I don't know what is happening here. I don't know why no one is telling her this isn't a good thing. Don't make that decision, Katy. Don't go into space. It's tone deaf. I don't really give a fuck that she went to space, to be honest, but it is tone deaf. It's just goofy. I don't know. I don't want to criticize her too much because I do think the hate train is getting really intense. It's getting too intense. It's like, okay guys, she's goofy, she is a goofy, but like you do not need to be hating on her daughter. Her daughter who's like 4, just a little bit much. But they're just easy decisions that just simple tweaking doesn't even take that much. Like you want to go for the robotic technological theme? Take a page out of the Renaissance tour. And that wasn't even like the full theme of the tour. But you look at like the visuals to like Beyonce's concert and then you look at like Katy Perry's concert and you're like, damn, Katy is washed beyond belief. You hate to see it. You really do. But I gotta say this. Is anyone really shocked? It's disappointing, but is it shocking? Like, I just gotta be real, y'all. Have people ever really considered Katy Perry to be like a genuine artist? I was gonna say artiste, and I said artist. Has anyone ever considered that? Because even as a child, growing up on her music videos and stuff, I never got the vibe that like she was like an artist. I never got the same feeling that I got when I watched like Gaga music videos, when I watched old Madonna music videos. I never felt like I was watching an artist. I felt like I was watching something a little more manufactured. And don't get me wrong, I like her music. She's got some bangers. You know, her deep cuts, like I have sat down and listened to her albums and I like some of her deep cuts, like International Smile is genuinely like a great song, for example. But it's like, I've never gotten the vibe that she's an artist. She seems like she's propelled by a team, if anything. Like you have the songs handed to her by other songwriters, other producers, you know, Bonnie McKee, low-key, like kind of bars, I know. She kind of made her career. Max Martin, all those kind of people, and Katy Perry was just the face of it. She just felt like a very commercial artist, and that's why she's never really cultivated like a genuine fan base compared to her contemporaries like Gaga and Taylor Swift, who, like, whether you like them or not, they have cultivated like a loyal fan base. So it doesn't matter if they flop with the general public, they're always gonna have that fan base. And I think that's the most important thing that an artist should be trying to do, rather than chasing the charts, rather than chasing the trends. You're not gonna have longevity unless you really just create music from the heart, unless you just actually are in it for the art. Bars! Seriously, I never got that vibe from her. Even 143, like she just wanted to be on top. You could tell she just wanted to recapture her old glory. And it's like, she doesn't even understand what got her big in the first place. And she's chasing decade-old trends. Just make music. Make genuine music. And the fans will come to you. The numbers will come in. You will find success. Maybe it won't be, you know, as successful as you were in the past. But that is really hard. in the first place anyways to reach that peak. The peak she had was insane. I really don't think she can recapture that. That is really hard to do, and I wouldn't hold it against her for not being able to do so. That's gonna be hard as hell. It's not a bad thing if you can't do that. Just make good music. I would love to see her have a ray of light moment. Just make something good. That's why artists like Beyonce are still relevant after like 30 years in the game, because it's just like she just makes music that speaks to her. That's it. That's how Madonna has stayed relevant, because she reinvents herself, but you can tell she's doing it. That's her creative vision. Katy Perry doesn't have a creative vision. That's the point I was trying to make. She doesn't have a creative vision at all. I don't know, it's really surface level commentary I'm making here, but that's like the root of the issue. Even someone like Taylor Swift, who a lot of people could argue is bland, still writes her songs. It's from her heart. It's still like Taylor. Katy Perry is just a brand. Feels more like a brand rather than a person. You'll like a Katy Perry song, but how many people like Katy Perry, the artist? Food for thought. Food for thought. Maybe just make good music. Maybe don't try to chase the charts. This is all I'm gonna say. Maybe it's just a wild suggestion. That's all you gotta do. She's a good performer. I don't know what's happening with the Lifetimes tour, but you know, it could definitely be better. Don't use AI in your visuals. Try. I can appreciate fighting the pipes because I guess it's unique. It's creative. Everyone is so creative, you know. Just you know? I really think like her two options here, she has two options here. Either put on a really good show, best tour of your career, go all out, prove to people you have it. Or two, lay low for a while, recuperate, let the public forget about 143, go back, reevaluate what you're gonna do, have a game plan, and make good music. Or it doesn't even have to be good music, but make something genuine. Go back to your roots. When she announced her comeback, I know everyone was low-key like hoping that she would go back to her like pop rock roots. Because she implied that, didn't she? Am I crazy? Didn't she imply that? That would have been great, because that's when she felt most authentic. It was the beginning of her career. So just do something. I think she has one singular chance left, and even that's like, I'm saying that in a copium sort of way. You have one chance left, don't fuck it up, because already she's burned all the goodwill. But I think if she learns from her mistakes here, she could salvage it. I really think she could. Maybe I'm too hopeful, but I'm still rooting for her, honestly, despite everything, because this fall off is insane. Out of all artists, it's kind of sad that it's happening to her. So like, I don't want to see that happen to the Katy Perry. Like, let's not forget who this bitch is. And it's just like, dang, she's just out of touch. It's just not clicking with anyone. She's gotta stop with like this whole Jeff Bezos Cybertruck shit. Abandon that, okay? Just, girl, get a new team, go home, rest, write good songs. I rambled too much about this, but like, I believe in her. I hope that she can recover from this. If she's stressed right now or something, and that's why the tour is kind of shite, then I hope she recovers from that. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. Peace!
Bye-bye.